Generic greetings! Genericsville is growing quite nicely indeed. In the previous episode, I essentially spent a lot of time making a very complicated and quite inefficient one-way system and then change it into an anyway system, and essentially we spent like 40 minutes on roads and it didn't really sort of work, but it was progress in the end. As you can see, there is a lot less traffic here. There's still some traffic. We can actually have a quick look at that and see that yes, this actually still is a high traffic area, especially around this, but for the most part, it has actually resolved itself. Let me just change these. So we just remove traffic lights because traffic lights are the bane. We can see that it's now, there's a lot less traffic here. They are now shunting onto this road. I actually re-added this road. I removed it because I thought it was moving stuff along, but I didn't give it enough time to filter through. We actually have a little bit of an issue around here, but we're always going to have some traffic issues, but, you know, nowhere near the amount we had before. I also have added a couple of roads this area here, and this area here, as you can see. So instead of having to get to this side via all the way around there or all the way around here, they can essentially just go up this road, which is why that's got a bit of traffic as well. But either way, it seems to be working. What isn't working, however, is power, and as you can see, we're actually getting a little bit low on that, and that's mainly because of, well, I'm guessing the amount of people we have in the city. Oh god, why is all the water going down as well? Water availability is low. Oh, it's because they're out of power, of course. Yes, we've got a little issue with power and such, so what we'll be doing in this episode is sorting out some more power, as well as, I guess, expanding down this way. I was going to spend a little bit more time on, like, traffic and things like that, but honestly, I really can't be bothered, and I don't think you can be bothered watching me, you know, worry about traffic for another 40 minutes. So, in terms of power plants, we do have a solar power plant, which we've never placed before, and I do want to place one of these. I'm just not entirely sure where it goes. Now, it does have no pollution, but it does have a little bit of noise pollution, but that's not a massive issue. I mean, you would place these in, I guess, out-of-the-way areas, and it has to be placed on a roadside, obviously, but, I mean, if we placed it there, you can see its estimated production is 160 megawatts, whereas you get things like the oil power plant, which is 120. We've currently got the hydro dam working away there, and you can get quite a bit of power if we placed it, for example, like, what if we placed it here? Like, I mean, how huge would this dam be if we placed it like that, which we can place one like that? It would be 288 megawatts, but that would probably, well, for a start, that would stop shipping, because shipping actually comes along this lane, so we can't really do that, to be honest with you. We could put one here, which would... no, we can't because we're actually out of bounds. We could put one there, but that would probably make 16 megawatts. We've got one there. I think, to be honest with you, we've placed the dams in all the areas where we can. Although one there would work as well. That would be 1,280... Oh, it's going up. Megawatts. I mean, that would be huge, right? And look at the size of that dam. But it would probably backfill this entire area. So we probably don't want that, yeah. What else have we got? Oil, coal. I think we're going to go for a solar power plant. We're probably going to go for a couple of these. We are trying to go as green as we can on this city, mainly because it's just the safest and probably best option. Although, to be fair, I would just shove nuclear power plants down if I had the ability, but we don't. So, where are we going to put our solar power plants? Well, we have to think about an area that's sort of out the way, but not an area where we, you know, we know we're probably not going to... Well, we need an area where we can expand to and put the power plants, but we also want an area where they can, essentially, where there can be on flat ground. I think around here is okay. I know several people have said we should change this and have this as like residential and stuff. We'll have to get rid of all the highway, or at least have like on and off ramps. Yes, we will eventually do that, but I think what we'll do for now, we'll have a power plant and we'll have on and off ramps. Where's the best place to put this thing? We could come off here and come down and along a bit and have it like there's a flat area. See, there's a flat area here where we're not really doing much, and it doesn't generate... It's like no noise pollution or anything. It doesn't use water. Or a little bit of noise pollution, but not much. I mean, you could just put them across there, but I don't like the idea. I want them sort of on a road. So we'll go for a 2-lane road with trees. And then what if we put them around this area near the water's edge? Probably could do that, you know. have this come down. Sort of curve round a little. We'll go down to there, then curve round up to here. Then we'll go straight road. Like so. Actually, we'll probably have to delete this bit. And then back up to that. Like that. Okay. So there's them in. And then power plants, solar. And we place one there and one there. There we go. And that should hopefully connect them up. And obviously that'll put another... Well, how much was that? That said 160 megawatts. Obviously, it's only in the day. At night time, don't work. The way this works, by the way, if you're wondering, I know a lot of people look at this and go, I have no idea how it works. Well, essentially what happens, it's actually... I think it's actually wrong anyway. What happens is, you can see these tanks. These are essentially just full of water. And they pump the water into this tower, up here, into this section. And then all of the light, these are essentially just big mirrors. They reflect the sun's rays into there, essentially boiling water. It's a big kettle, just like pretty much every other every other power plant in existence anyway. Like, because that's all nuclear ones are. They just boil water and then they turn it into steam and then run turbines with it. So, yes. Anyway, so Riverside, we haven't really done a lot with it, but we've just got this area expanded. Now, we do have to be quite careful because we are going to be expanding Riverside, and you can see there is a low demand for residential and a little bit of commercial, so we're going to be adding this along here, but we don't really want to follow on with the same sort of seaside shanty thing, although we haven't built around here, which we should really go on for. Let's do that. Let's build this area here, because it's been something I've been wanting to do for a little bit of time. So we want to go for a 2-lane road, and we will have it come probably down from about here. Is that a pool? So yeah, it's like a tropical palm tree type thing on top there. Right, so we need to have this road come down, but we don't want to demolish too much. So we can do that. And then along here. And along here. And actually into there if we want to. There. And then into... into there. Right. So there's all that connected up, just by obviously one of those bridgey type things, which this is starting to get a little bit dodgy where it is, but it's not too much of a problem. So we'll have single lane roads now, sort of spur off a little bit. We'll go like under there. Actually, go near, like pretty much under the bridge, and then actually we could probably just do that. Like so. That's not too bad. So all of this will be our residential, high density, naturally. And the rest at the front will be commercial again. Anything at the front can be commercial. All of this. High density. Just need to change a couple of these. Redesignate it. Actually, no, that's not high density at all, is it? We haven't got high density here. This is standard. I don't mind this being... Look at that there. All this is high density as well. This should be commercial. For some reason it's changed. There we go. There's that solved now. Sorted. Right. So you can have this as high density residential, and this as... We could go commercial, or we could just go full residential. Let's go full residential, because you'll get like nice little beach houses and stuff, which will be very, very cool. That'll be nice indeed. There we are. Right, someone actually asked me in the last episode, specifically said, can you please put in a horse riding a stable somewhere? And I said, yeah, why not? I don't know where to put it. It wouldn't make sense. Well, you could have it around here. You could have it like around this area, but it's a bit like hilly for the most part there. I don't know where you would put it. I'm guessing you could put it on the seafront here, but you want it on a flatter area. And anywhere you put it around here is, yeah, it would delete like so many houses. And I don't like the idea of it being... I guess you could have it there near the railway lines. It's not a terrible plan putting it around here, because you've got like a lot of like open fields and stuff. Put it there. And then that should level up all of them anyway. Let's have a quick look at that stable then. Very nice. So let's see if we can find a horse here. There's a horse! Yeah. Very nice. Cool. Are they in the paddock as well? Oh, they are running around with that rope thing. Don't really know what that's called, where you use the rope and go around. It's like breaking them in, essentially, isn't it? It's like go from wild to non-wild. Domesticated, that's the one. No, hang on. Tame or domesticated. There's a difference. There is a difference. Domesticated is like bred, I think, whereas tame is just like yeah, I think that's right. Domesticated is where it's like bred to be, you know, not eat you or whatever. And tame's the other one, or something like that. Anyway, so we need to sort out our water supply. Apparently is not in here, so we will resolve that by running some pipe work. And like so, sorted. And that's quite good. At least we're getting all the houses and stuff around here. We haven't got a bus that goes around this area, but we will be adding that at some point. I know, again, some people say, like, you know, we haven't got a lot of workers coming around here, which is problematic. I mean, look at all that. Look, they're not saying the same there. Look, not enough workers. Uneducated 12, and they've got none, so it's 12 jobs available. It's because of the we haven't like sort of leveled them up a bit. But we'll get around to that at some point. It's because there's also no demand for industry or offices yet. So, we want to expand this all the way around here, which we'll be able to do once we actually get some light on this. And it will be a double road. Actually, no, this is a 6-lane of this one. So, a 6-lane road. I think it's just a 6-lane road standard, isn't it? 6-lane road, yeah. So, 6-lane road, and we'll go all the way down along here. And honestly, I think it should be a straight road. I always click on that one. It's straight road. Like that. Yep, that seems to be about right. And then obviously we will then start to curve it round. Although there's some terrain that's not really good like that. And what I want to do is I want to raise the terrain up. Big brush. And we want to probably say level. And we'll just sort of fill this in a little bit. Got a lot of soil availability, so we should be alright. And that should be leveling it out a bit. Yeah, that should be about right. Okay. Continuing with roadage. And that should be a lot better. Curve it round. A little bit sharper. And actually we'll leave it there. I don't want to go any further. We will have to connect it up to here somehow, which will be problematic. Don't know how we were going to do that. Have to like come back on itself and sort of squirm around. I also ideally want one here that comes from this area and essentially comes down like that. In fact, just like that. I didn't think it would be that easy, but apparently it was. There you go. It's quite ugly, but it does work. It connects up. So, what are we going to have around here? Well, in the last episode, what we did get, if we go over to transport, we managed to get ferries. Okay, so we might be able to put these in. So, we've got cargo, harbours, and we've got standard, like, non-cargo, like, passenger? Pedestrian? No. What would be the term? Connection to passengers to the city by sea. Tourists arrive in the city and leave via the harbour. Which obviously we do have a road. So we'll connect that up like so. And what we need to do now is have this all connected up. So we want to upgrade that road. Can we not upgrade that? We can upgrade that. It's a shame. We'll have a road coming from here. Probably into there, like that. And the same on this side. And there you go, there's a harbour. Lovely. We'll have to see what happens and see how that fares. It needs power as well, but we can easily resolve that by essentially just going to high density and bosh. Because all this is going to be high density commercial anyway. What I'll do though, I'll actually not designate this back end as it, because all that'll happen, we know what will happen, it'll get to a certain point, like it'll start doing this side rather than this side first, because, you know, game and all of that. Right. So hopefully this will start expanding, and we do need to just essentially follow on with this side as well, with the commercial. So we will start running roads, and running them all the way along, and like so. Now naturally we will connect these up in different places. That. And like that. Yep, that seems about right. And then we will continue. Oh yes, goes around the back here. I know there's been people saying we should get the ones up here done, but the problem is essentially the height. It's like it's a really big drop. Like just scroll right in here, and then go to this first-person camera. You can see like the height difference. So don't know if that's going to be possible, or rather, I don't know if it's going to be efficient. We'll see what happens. So let me just change that. There we go. Just make sure these are not designated, because otherwise we might have some issues. So we're just going to curve this road round. And then just go over to there. We will follow on with this later on. Now if we did go around this side, how would we have it? It would essentially be from here. Like that. It does work-ish, but it's just really, you know, look at the height, look at the land. We could shrink it down a bit. So level it off. So I'll bring the earth back a bit. Push it back. Might work, might work. If not, then we've tried. So down to there. Like that. And curve it right round. No, that's too sharp. Way too sharp. Well, it's not too bad. It's actually alright. There we go. And then naturally we have to actually connect these up, so it'll be just that, that, and that. Same thing here. Yeah, slope is too steep, which is something I thought might happen. So, what's the solution? Solution is essentially, I think, I'm not too sure, but here's a cargo one. It's going to go past. That still isn't watered up either. Now it is. It'll get power eventually once these built. This is what I'm saying about like weird little quirks where it'll say, you know what, I'm not going to actually build here and along, and I'm going to just build them the furthest corner away and then come down. Thanks, game. That is fantastic. Right, I think the only way to resolve this is what you do is you have like a weird curvy road system like so, and it does work, as you can see. It's not ideal, but it does sort of connect all up. Swervy, curly round, and right, yes. So over to high density residential, and essentially designate all this as such. All of that, all of that, and then all of that section. Paint bucket, Then we will paint bucket. There's ones, and those bits, and that bit. And then this one is high density commercial. And then we'll go along like so. Right. So there's all that bit. Obviously, we do want to expand Riverside as a district. So we will do that. Like so. Sorted. Right. So this has now got power. Now got power to the docks. Is the sun coming up? Or is it going down? It's going down. So, what we need is a couple of transport systems. We want a taxi rank, essentially. You always have a taxi rank, I find. Taxi stand will go right there. So you can get a taxi and go off. Do whatever you need. We haven't got a rank close to the front, which is... if we did have this, it would probably fix a lot of the issues we have with oh no, we do have one. There it is. There it is. I was going to say, I thought I placed one. Right, so there's that. In terms of the metro tunnel, some people have said we should build a metro around the front. I think it is probably time we did that. I think a metro down the front would be okay. Just means a bit of work, but it's not hugely problematic. And just we have to worry about where we're going to put these things. And then in... the question is, should it be at the front in this main one or not? It probably should, actually. Let's delete these. We should probably keep it on the main, like, stretch of road at the front. This one. So... just going around. Make sure we're not deleting too many buildings. That'll be about right. And then, finally, we'll have one stop in... one there. Right, tunnels. And curvy round. And where's the other one? It's over there. So essentially what we'll do is we'll just sort of follow the road round. Like so. You can have these as sharp as you like, it doesn't really matter, it's all just aesthetic essentially. All just aesthetic. Right, so we want to stop there, stop there, stop there, stop. Have I missed one? No. Stop there, and stop there. And then back up. Or do we just go back the other way? You would go back over, wouldn't you? I think there's a mod that automates this as well, which is good. Anyway, that's connected all that metro system up. Obviously, we're going to need to expand it as we progress on this way, but that's a future for... well, that's a future us problem. Or future me problem. So, expanding the pipework here. Just connecting up the pipework, like so, to get water to these extra houses and such. We do need to eventually put on... well, people have asked that we go for the... here. Go for this. This is the boilers and the heating and such. Now, if you don't have it, it doesn't mean there's no heating in the city. It just means it will use electricity, which is actually quite inefficient. You want things like geothermal heating and stuff. And if we put that in, essentially you would just upgrade the pipes and things like that. So that's not too bad. We want to eventually, however, get this, which is extra insulation. Well, that does cost a lot, which... it's, you always want, why you wouldn't want to have recycling, why you wouldn't want to have, like, meters so you know, like, you're using less and, like, extra installations, you just be more efficient. I don't understand why you wouldn't be more efficient. It just makes no logical sense to me. I guess the thing is money, isn't it? It costs more money. But in this game, yes, the reason why we wouldn't be turning it on, or we're not turning it on now, is because it does cost a certain amount of money. It comes off the tax, essentially, and costs quite a bit. Anyway, as you can see, we've got a sort of little, I say a little, it's called Marina 2, and it's heading off into the distance. Oh, look at that with the Aurora Borealis as well. Very, very nice. Although, to be fair, it's a bit choppy. Look at it. It doesn't have the weight of a, you know, several thousand-ton ship. But anyway, so how we're doing for electricity. Electricity is good. Are we actually generating this now? I can't. No, I was going to say power... No, power output is 112 megawatts. So how come it's generating now? It's in the dark. You wouldn't store this stuff, would you? You can't really store this superheated steam or anything, so I don't really know. So, what I need to do... What's going on over there? There is a... Oh, crime rate is high. That's not great, is it? So... we need to resolve that. Let's have a quick look. So we'll have a quick look at our police department, and we can see that we have... Why is crime rate high there? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Crime rate is high there, but we've got a police station there, police station there. I'm not really too sure why. That's interesting. When in doubt, delete the building. I mean, what is that building? Hang on, let's have a quick look. It is a... It's a bench. Is someone just like graffitied around the area or something? Possibly. I should delete that. And we'll move on. So, Riverside here is getting expanded. That is good. We've got decent amount of power. No heating, but we're not doing it. Water and sewage availability is okay. I say sewage availability as if someone like... as if it's like a... as if it's a commodity and people want it. No, what I mean is it's there. It exists. People have asked, are we going to put more power generation around here? Because we haven't actually got yet like extra wind turbines. And yes, the answer is yes, because, well, we're just following on from the other side. Obviously, it's going to piss off the people, but... they knew that this was going to happen before moving here. Actually, they didn't. Well, they probably should have done because of this. They've probably seen all this and going, yeah, that's pretty much what it's like. Right, so we'll go over to schooling and stuff because obviously we've now got this here. So we do need to put some more schools in, and it's going to be a little bit dodgy because of the way this sort of goes around, but we should be able to do that, and that should be okay. We will put in a little park of some kind. Actually, a fairly big park, I think. It will be quite nice, like that. And then that connects all up. And that is pretty much sorted. We've got a couple of ships colliding with each other, which is not great, but we do have then people coming off, and obviously we've got the taxi rank. We don't yet have a bus route, so we should probably sort that out first. So over to bus routes, and then we will have it go, I think, just from that side and up and round, like so, and then we'll have it just essentially go around, like this, and around the front. And we already have a bus route here. So we don't really need to... Actually, do you know what? We could probably... Now that I'm thinking about it, which is always good if you actually think about what you're doing first. I recommend it highly. If we actually just delete that, right, and from... Where is it? From here. Can we connect one? We need to get one... No, one goes there. One was going there, that's fine. We want to expand it and we want to go this way. We want to add on to it, you see. So we could put the stop there instead. We'll add another one there. Then we put another stop in here. Another one in there. And then... How is this one going around? It goes around there. So... Add a stop there. Add a stop there, but then we need to change it to that side of the street, like so. There we go. So it goes around there. And then essentially we'll be adding... stops all the way along as we go back. Like so. Right, so that's actually expanded the previous one. Excellent. So, not bad. Right, we also got unlocked in the previous episode. This here, which is Cargo Harbour. Now, Cargo Harbour is going to be difficult to put in because look at that, we've got a lot of people coming in here. Maybe we'll have another ferry terminal. Maybe it would be a good idea. I don't know whether the demand is based on how many you have, so I'm not sure. What's that? That's a cargo hub. But we don't want a cargo hub, we want a cargo harbour. Cargo harbour we can put over this side, which is a bit different, but I think we will... Do we leave that for next episode, or we do it now? We've got a little bit of time, we can crack on with it now, I guess. So we'll put a cargo harbour further away, so this is going to be... This will always be our, like, our commercially river one. Actually, I've just seen that's on fire, and I realise that I haven't really got much fire prevention over here, so we'll put that in. Yeah, so this will always be our, like, our seaside bit going to the end, but then we want, probably, from here, we want to stop that. We don't want it going all the way around. I don't know, it depends how far we progress on. I don't know, it really depends how far we go on with this one. So, over to, where is it? This. Marina, because we haven't got a marina. I've been wanting to place one for quite some time. People have said we should go for this, and I agree. We want a marina. Restaurant and bar as well. Problem with having this put in like there, it's connecting it up. We have one there, and like a marina next to it, and even a jet ski rental over that as well. Obviously, all of these are not connected with roads. But it should be a simple task, he says. Is that connected with the road? That is now connected up with the road. Although, sadly, it is too close, so I'm going to have to delete part of that. I'm very careful how I go with this one. So, there we go. And then around there. And around to there. Does that connect that up? I'm not sure. I don't know whether it connects that up or not, but then we can, from this side, go underneath and connect it up like that. Excellent. Right, that's exactly what I wanted, actually. Wow, I'm surprised that worked as well as it did. So we've got jet ski rental. We've got this sort of bandstand thing. And then we've got a marina, which, to be fair, is a little bit too far down. People have also asked me to do the same thing on here and have like jet skis and stuff around there. I agree with you. I think we should do that, but it's a future us problem. So I think we're going to leave it there. Progressing on quite nicely. Riverside is doing well. We've got these boats coming in. We're actually making money consistently now as well, which is always good. Still got an issue with workers and stuff. Like I said, people have asked me several times to add more like transport around here, as well as level them up. Like essentially you level them up with these things, but it's just, I don't know what to really do. I mean, these are starting to level up. You know, you've got a gourmet fish snack thing. So the buildings are getting a lot like higher graded. These ones are not, but I don't know whether it's just because it's like a lumber works essentially. So I don't really know. I mean, we could just have like a botanical garden at the end for no reason. I mean, would that help matters? I don't really know. I don't think it would. But we'll do that. It might level it up. It also makes sense because, you know, you are having, well, all this area is like logging and stuff, so it does make sense having that there anyway. But we'll see what happens. Right, so we have... Ooh, what's that? Is that crime? Yeah, we got... Look, why is there loads of crime around here? Have we got a cop shop? We do. We've got the police station over there. Could put police headquarters on the front. On the seafront. Is it because... It might be because it's back there, you see. So if we delete that one... Obviously that's going to cause a lot of issues around here. People pissed off. But if we put it on the main stretch first... Like there. That should hopefully resolve it. At least one would hope. We'll see how it goes. Right! Not doing too bad. As always, comments in the comments. Next episode, we want to probably put in the other dock and things like that. And then we might even start thinking about expanding the railway so it goes into like a tunnel around here. come down and over to this section. The problem is obviously connecting it back up, because that goes out of the city there. So we'd have to essentially have it go underneath the land there and then pop out around here. But, you know, I would like to know what you think. Doing quite well, I think. At least it looks okay, which is always a bonus. As always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.